Craig Shirley. Craig, great to see you today. Obviously, you've written many books on former President Reagan.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about his legacy.
Well, his legacy looms large in the Republican Party. From 1932 on, the Democratic Party has been pretty much the same party. It's been the party of government. It's been the party of power. But the Republican Party has changed positions many times on trade and on various other issues, on spending, other issues over those 70, 80, 90 years. Reagan brought a cluster of issues to the Republican Party, which it still embraces today and which Donald Trump embraces today, whether it's SDI or whether it's tax cuts or whether it's federalism, strong national defense, pro-life, issues right down the line. Donald Trump is embracing the legacy of Ronald Reagan in pursuing his own legislative agenda.
Yeah, you just talked about that, and we've talked about the parallels between Reagan and President Trump, but, even more so now in his second term. You mentioned his economic and foreign policies, and then we have the relationships with other world leaders, even an attempted assassination on him. Do you expect, the next few years for Donald Trump to continue to follow maybe in the footsteps of Ronald Reagan?
Yes, I do, because they're not only good for America, they're winning issues and they're winning politically. We're watching the slow. This has happened before in American history. Abraham Lincoln inaugurated beginning in 1860 a long domination of Republican governance in America. FDR inaugurated in 1932 a long period of Democratic governance in America. I think Donald Trump right now, with his Republican Party and with the sad case of the Democratic Party, is going to inaugurate a long period of Republican governance in America. All the issues are on his side. Nothing on the Democratic side. The Democrats are about defending terrorists, and the Democrats are about defending illegals, and the Democrats are opposed to stopping wasteful government spending. They have a terrible message. They're bad on all the issues. And Newton once said, Newton had 3 laws, right? And one of them was an object in motion has a tendency to stay in motion. Well, the Democratic Party is in a motion downward, and it's going to tend to stay downward unless something catastrophic stops it.
Yeah, agree. They're very divided right now, as they have been. You mentioned on X yesterday that Reagan was a visionary, a rare quality in political figures, especially today. Talk to us more about that.
Sure. Well, just take SDI. Is that he had that vision of SDI back in the 80s, and now Israel has already implemented it successfully with their dome against foreign attacks, and now Donald Trump wants to do the same for America. So Reagan just had that vision of not only SDI but of so many other things, a future of a prosperous and bright and winning America. And Donald Trump liked that word, winning, also. Ronald Reagan had his shining city on a hill, and Donald Trump has his golden era of America. But they're both focused on the future, unlike the Democratic Party, and they're giving answers to the American people, which the Democrats aren't giving.
Yeah, you make such a good point, because you talk about that future and the strength that America now has, something that obviously Ronald Reagan believed in was jobs here in the country, as well as Donald Trump. And it's almost this new wave of American strength and patriotism we're starting to see with people. A lot of people, obviously, American flags outside their home, wearing, the hats, talking about how proud they are to be in America. And just that strength here at home and on the world stage.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Is that we're seeing a renewed patriotism. In the 1970s, under Carter and with the malaise of the previous 17 years, is that they stopped playing the national anthem at ball games. People stopped saluting the American flag or covering their heart when the flag was played. Patriots were made fun of on Johnny Carson's show. He mocked him as Floyd R. Turbo, a dork. Is that patriotism was very much out of vogue under Carter and in the previous 17 years. But Reagan brought it back into fashion. Reagan made patriotism fashionable again, just as Donald Trump is doing the same today with his reverence for American patriotism.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.